What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, guys and gals, I should say. Today is a very special day. I've got a lot of good stuff coming, but today you can see that I have bald tires. There's no gap there. It's from doing too many burnouts, which is hard not to do, and losing traction. Now I'm gonna go get these tires put on, which you can see is the Nitto NT05Rs. These are the tires that are actually on the Demon. They don't have the Demon symbols. I purchased these off a website, but it's the same style tire as the Demon. It is the NT05R. So we're gonna put these on the rear of this. And then after that, I got a little surprise for you with the C8 Corvette that Zach has at NER. And from there, the rest is history. So we'll see you shortly. On here, which I forgot to say, I'm a little scatterbrained, I guess, but I took off the old emblems, and you can see I have the new. The stock ones are the like chrome and black plastic silver looking ones. I think they're hideous, so I got these metal emblems. They actually match what's on the side of my car right here. And eventually I was gonna swap these out here, because this is what was on the rear. You can see it's like this cheap plastic looking thing, which I don't really like. If I put the metal emblem up on here that's solid black, I think it'll be too hard to see, so I may either just leave this one on here for now and either go with one that's lighted, you know, for at night. Although during the day I think it looks kind of cheap. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think I should do with this emblem in the front. Should I get the metal black one and have it match all the way around? Should I get a lighted one? Let me know. Again, drop that in the comments. So another good thing about the Charger, or any part of the Hellcats, is the massive amount of trunk space. As here you can see my cleaning stuff, so I've got that there, but it goes way back in there. You can fit a couple people in there if you want, or like this, I have my tires. I'm gonna grab those and put those in, and then we'll be on our way. So well, I thought this was gonna work and we were gonna be able to get two in. Trunk space is big, you can see, even with one tire in. I have all this room around here to put stuff in, but it's just not big enough for a second tire. So sadly, I'm gonna have to put it in my back seat, which I don't wanna do, but we'll get it there. All right, the cargo is loaded. So here we are. Again, you see the C8 and the Hellcat together. That's a beautiful combination. I'd like to see if those two made a baby, what it would look like, because I think it would be amazing. Anyways, I got jokes, but we're back here at NER Performance today, and brought the Hellcat in to get the Demon tires in, and then we're gonna take this out and go on a little review with Zach, do some driving. And also, good news, which I spoke about this a little while ago, but today I'm gonna be putting my down payment down on this Hellcat for the computer. It's gonna be sent off today. NER is gonna be sponsoring the build. Sorry, you can hear them revving back there. NER is gonna be sponsoring the build on my car. It's gonna be an 850 horsepower build, so it'll take my car up to 1,000 horsepower. It's the 850 wheel, maybe something like that. I don't know the logistics of the numbers, but it's gonna be for sponsoring autism awareness. And my daughter, if you guys don't know, actually does have autism. She's on the spectrum, so it's ASD. And they're gonna be sponsoring this build. Now, some of you might say, well, hey, my kid has autism, or my son or daughter has autism, and they're sound sensitive. And you're right. My daughter is very sound sensitive. We try to get her to wear headphones when we're around the car. When we go to the drag strip, she just won't wear them. She just covers her ears. But the thing is my daughter absolutely loves cars, believe it or not. So with that said, I'm going to be doing this, and this build is in support of autism awareness. So thanks to NER and these guys. They're great guys. We love what they do, and we greatly appreciate it. We'll see you shortly. All right, guys, so you see I'm down on my knees. Anyways, we got Drew here in the Camaro ZL1 1LE, and he's gonna do a little run through of what this car has and give you some numbers that's going on with it.
Cool. So what we got going on is a stock engine L24. The car came in originally on the stock supercharger. We maxed that setup out. That wasn't enough for the customer, so he wanted to go higher. We transplanted a Whipple from Weapon X on here with secondary port injection is what it's called. So this car's running 100% E85. It's got 16 fuel injectors and 2 ECUs that we're tuning side by side. Right now the car's on like 12-13 pounds of boost, making it a touch over 800. So yeah, we're getting ready to turn the boost up, and that's what we're doing now.
All right, so there you have it. You got the numbers, and we're gonna get the pull. This thing's a monster, and it's loud screaming. When I pulled up front, when you heard in the videos, this is one you heard on the dyno as they were testing through. So we'll get a pull.
Ooh, baby, on the track, I'm going vroom, vroom. Try and catch me when I pull up in a zoom, zoom. Oh, no, please don't make that call. We don't want no call, staying ready for the cause. Ooh, baby, on the track, I'm going vroom, vroom. Try to catch me when I pull up in a zoom, zoom. Ooh, driving by the shore, looking for some more, and my Rari.
All right, so here's the numbers we got right here. You can see you got 807 and your torque is 761. All right, guys, you can see clearly here there's no tread, and you can see the wear on the inside. We got some wires starting to show, and it's time to get these tires changed out so we can hook up. All right, so we got a Commodore here. We got Ray. He's a master technician that's working on it. We're gonna run through. He's gonna tell you about what he's doing with it and what they expect to see.
All right, so we pulled off the Magnuson supercharger. We're putting this Harrop 2650 on. Putting all the extra pieces on for the 8-rib conversion on the belt for this. Waiting on another, the crank pulley to come in so we can finish that part up. Doing spark plugs right now. We should see hopefully 1,000 wheel out of this one when we're done. This Harrop 2650 kit's pretty nice. Pretty easy to install for the most part. There's a couple things here and there, like with most kits. You have to make some stuff work.
You can see this is what he's talking about right here, and it's up top for all you car guys. You know exactly what he's talking about. For some of us that are still learning, we're still kind of stupid. We're like, duh, what is it? But we get that this is a supercharger that it's going to be putting down hopefully 1,000 wheel, and that's what they're shooting for. So. The struggle's real. All right, so we're getting in the C8. I'm gonna try not to look like a dummy. I think the button's right here under that black handle. We're gonna go for a ride along, and we're gonna see how it is. Fresh blue interior, it's nice. Gotta love the smell of a new car.
For real.
Thing's beautiful on the inside. It feels like I'm riding in a spaceship. I don't know if this will really do anything on camera, but it's like its own little cockpit.
Yeah, it
It's
really
insane.
divides you off from like the passenger. It's kind of interesting. It's something to get used to for a driver. The buttons aren't that bad, but as a passenger, you really have to like kind of reach down in here, and it's kind of low-key annoying. But like I said, it's more for a passenger issue.
I'll put the seatbelt on so it stops beeping at me.
Safety first.
Always. Wow.
For an NA car, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
It kind of picks up and goes. Like it's definitely one of the slowest cars that we have in the shop, but it's definitely not the most boring.
But it's not going to remain the slowest. That's the
No,
key.
no, for sure. We have some plans. I was debating about doing turbos like everybody else, but I think no one's going to really do like the heads and cam build and maybe a supercharger. So I kind of want to go that route just to do something different. Because not everybody's going to want a turbo, because turbo comes with a lot of maintenance. So I kind of want to maybe try a different route and try the supercharger, heads, cam, and nitrous. I think it'll be a kind of a cooler way to go.
I mean, like I said, it really does feel like we're in a rocket ship and a separation, but having the motor be in the mid-engine sitting right behind you like that, just separating by glass, you get the full effect and the sound of the car. It really does feel like a true like race car to me. So.
Yeah, and then like the steering is like really like point and shoot, like you can feel it, like it's just like everywhere, it's just like perfect. And then I have Z mode set up to exactly how I want. So if you go into here, and then if we go into vehicle and then Z mode, you can see how I have it set up. So the steering, I feel like the track steering is too stiff, so the Sport is a nice medium. Suspension's in Touring, so it's not too hard, but just kind of more floaty. It's nice. The powertrain's in Sport, and then the brake response is in track. But it's a lot of fun. So the pros and cons of the car, I would say the pros are definitely, it doesn't feel like a Vette. It feels more of like a, I don't know, take like if you've ever driven like a rear-wheel drive R8 or a rear-wheel drive Huracan, in my opinion it feels like that. Initially I thought it felt similar to a McLaren, but then driving a McLaren back-to-back, I kind of realized that it's not so much the same. It's the same kind of feeling, but different execution. But the car's great. It makes a lot of power. I raced a stock C7 versus this, and it pulled like a car and a half on it, which was quite surprising. It's definitely the dual clutch. But the cons, I feel like with the car, there aren't many. If I had to rate it out of 10, I'd give it like an 8.8. The reason for this is the seats, not the top portion, but the lower bolstering are really uncomfortable. And you find if you're like bigger than a pencil, you sit on the bolsters, and it's super annoying. But I've kind of like learned how to sit in here where it's not as bad, but if you're just getting in it like Jake has, like it's gonna be kind of uncomfortable, and then you kind of like fit in eventually. Yeah,
I find myself like, you know, trying to fit in the center, but I weigh like 220 pounds, almost 225, and you do kind of have to maneuver in it a little bit.
Yeah, so that's one gripe, but not the end of the world. My other gripe is the car is too quiet. So like when you're driving and you're just cruising, you hear like the DI injectors, the high pressure fuel pump, like the pulley system. It's just like not a loud car. You end up hearing a lot more exterior noises than the car itself, which I understand for the clientele that they're doing this for, but for me, it's just not what I would like. So I'm already working with Soul Performance Exhaust to try to come up with a solution for that. So we'll be doing dyno results and testing some things out for them, which will be quite interesting. My only other gripe for this car is the blind spot. So if you look behind you on either side, you cannot see. So if your car does not come equipped with the blind spot mirrors, you're kind of like just guessing. So it helps with having this rear view camera that is a video. So it's like a camera in the back. It's right above the engine compartment. It's super cool. Works really well. Takes a little bit to get used to, but once you're in it, it's great. And then I have the blind spot, and then you have to have the mirror set up. It's kind of sketchy changing lanes just because you can't see, but by no means is it like bad, you know?
Yeah, I understand, and you can see it right back here. I mean, there really is a full section that if you look back, you're trying to change lanes, like you said, you really just can't see. So, I mean, you can see the camera right here kind of helps with some of the blind spots, but
yeah, but everything else is like really nice. The UI is super easy to use. It's like very swipe and
very iPad-like. The gauges are super nice. If you turn the knob, it will put it into sport, and then if you turn it again, it will put it into track, and then you can see the gauge change, do all its thing. And then you can see the steering gets way tighter, and I'm just not a fan of that. It just kind of feels a little bit too stiff to a point where it's not enjoyable. So my Z mode is definitely how I like the car.
And how do they control that steering when you shift
It's
it
all
into it?
it's all electronic based. The brake pedal, the gas pedal, and the steering. There is no physical like turning. It's all a motor. So like technically, when you're turning and doing all this, the motor is giving resistance. And so with the motor giving it resistance, it's basically like that's giving you your steering feel and your brake feel, and even like your gas pedal. Like obviously you have no real feel in the gas pedal, but it's all electronic. But it's kind of shut up. It's kind of
Siri was talking back.
Yeah, I know. Siri thinks she's smart. She's not. It's just kind of something to get used to. I found myself when I'm going and I'm like going really hard on the car and I press the brake, since you don't really get that full feel, you don't know like where the end point is of the brake, so you kind of get it and it will kind of shift a little bit. It gets a little sketchy, and I feel for an unexperienced driver it might be kind of dangerous. So I feel like that's something that Chevy should address, but I don't really know particularly how. Another positive is the turning radius is absolutely phenomenal. If you cut it full lock, it will do a turn in like a lane and a half, or even almost a lane. So like that's pretty good compared to the old C7 and C6s. But great car. I have nothing but great things to say about it. I think it's a great platform. Everybody's kind of jumping on the bandwagon. I think it's going to be a way better platform than the Supra because it's not a BMW, and BMWs suck. And I'm sorry if you're a BMW fan, but they suck. So I'm really happy with it, and I can't wait to see what happens, but I would like to see what Jake thinks of it, so I'm going to pull over here in a second, let him drive and get his impressions, and then we can go from there.
Alright, so here shortly you'll see he's going to let me hop in the driver's seat, which I greatly appreciate. I don't think I've actually ever even driven a Corvette, so to be driving a C8 is pretty epic for me, and we're going to have fun. Well, we have a C7 right here that's followed us around, so you see the hype is real. It's the only bad thing, if you guys own this, you're going to get lots of questions from C7 owners.
And everyone.
So here we go. He's even had people load groceries into his car for him just so they can see the car.
So we'll see.
Hand service. All right, so we're going to get in the C8 here. Zach's going to let me drive. It's going to be a good time. First time I've ever driven a Corvette, and it's going to be a C8, so that's going to be epic. So let's check it out. All right, so we're in it, and we're going to go for a little drive and see how it is. Try not to be too nervous. You say, oh yeah, you got a Hellcat, why are you nervous? But I mean, this thing is nice.
It's a different kind of car.
Yeah, the steering wheel is so small. I feel like, you know, when you play, not Nintendo, but Xbox or whatever, and you've got those little steering wheels, it's almost like that small to where it's like very controllable or usually friendly. It makes you feel like you're just in control, so.
Yeah, it's something different. Like, it's a weird touch. Like, I didn't really touch on that, but it honestly feels normal to me. The Hellcat kind of has that weird kind of squarish feel to it as well.
Yeah, their wheels are like extremely big, although they call them land yachts in the boats, so I mean maybe that goes hand in hand with it. Trying not to look like a bozo because I'm actually kind of scared driving it because I don't want to do anything to it, so.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
Speed bump.
Yeah, it clears them just fine.
Does it? See,
yeah.
I'm used to mine being lowered where it's at. Like
you have to take them at an angle.
Almost give me like a heart attack.
Well, if you press the button right here, it goes up.
Oh, cool. Yeah, you can see right here it says vehicle raising.
And then if I press it again, it goes down instantly.
Wow. And that's one effect that I don't have on my car that I wish I did.
Yeah. But when you get that exotic, you'll have it.
Yeah, definitely. At some point, we'll get an exotic car. I want to try to keep it in, you know, the locally built domestic cars, but at the same time, you know, it's always been a dream. Yeah, a Viper.
Yeah, Viper.
I really would like one of those.
The Gen 5s are so sick.
It's an actual cop or what?
Nope, fake.
There's somebody looking. There's a C8.
Yeah.
shifts are just like,
They're super crisp, aren't they?
it's instant. Like you don't even feel it shift, but you hear it.
Yeah. Another gripe, the V4 mode. It just absolutely sucks. Like it's just like you feel it come on and off, and I just wish it would just. I can't wait to delete it with the tune.
So what exactly is V4? Like
It literally cuts off 4 cylinders and makes it for like fuel economy,
oh,
and it's just frustrating.
and it's in that right now for
Yeah.
cruising, and you have no way of taking that.
No, it can be in Z mode, it can be in track mode, and it will still do it.
Automatically dumps it into V4. So that to me, that would be a problem. If I own one of these, I would definitely say that's a major
annoying.
gripe. Yeah, it would be annoying.
And they just do it for EPA regulations, so they're compliant.
I think Dodge is gonna have to do that stuff too, and then it's maybe why they talked about putting electric assist motors in the front to help with all that. But
Yeah.
one thing I do like is a heads-up display. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's cool. It's something different. It's better than like the C7s, but this one's the most refined and clear.
All right, so there's the C8. They got the windows all tinted up now, and it looks beautiful. Hey, you let me drive it, and now we're gonna get a little flyby so you can see what it's all about. Woo! Sounds nice. Love it. C8, yeah. That's a new mid-engine Corvette. That's cool. All right, so you can see here we got the key. It's compact and handy, a little bit heavy, but this car and the performance it has and the ability that it has, it's so amazing. As you say, you know, you heard there was guys in the background at the last place when we did a flyby there, you could see, and they're like, man, that looks like a Ferrari, and it really does look like an exotic. But to be what you can get it for, you know, all specced out with the Z51 package for $85K, you can't beat the price for the car that you get with the looks, and it's just like an exotic. So we love it. Thanks to GM and the C8 Corvette, they did a great job. They smashed it, and that's it. Woo! Wow, that's got some power, man. That's crazy. For the numbers it's putting down on the dyno to the wheel, I mean, it doesn't feel like that.
No, it doesn't. They do a good job. That's pretty much everything in its stock form.
All right, well, if you like what you see, make sure to smash that subscribe button. Make sure to tap that bell for notifications so you don't miss our videos. And as always, remember, drop a comment if you like, and remember, we love you. Peace. Howdy.